What's up, YouTube? Hope all is well with you guys. Thoughts of a Predicate winner. Back at you with another one. We're going to get into a video that's pretty rough today. We're going to get into one that I've been wanting to break down for a long time, especially with the sentiment in my story, this channel, this page, everything about it, right? Something that I've been feeling like God has put on my heart to share the way that I received this song with you guys. But it's difficult to talk about the way I received this song. So my prayer is that we can create some good discourse here. Did something just fall in front of my face? My prayer is that we can create some good discourse here and that you guys can get to know me a little bit better through the transparency that I'm fixing to give you. But before we get into this next video, please make sure to smash that like button and smash that subscribe button for me. Helps me get into the algorithms and just helps other people to check this channel out, man. And I think that we're building something special. I think we got a good community effort going on over here. Thank you to all the members. Thank you for the super chats and the super thanks. And I think we're up to 25, 26 members right now. If y'all don't know about the membership program, it's awesome. You get a Discord link. You get first say on requests. You get a more of a direct line of communication to me, to Shannon, Daniel, and it's Jody. It's lit in there. It's just lit. And I mean, the more we get to know each other, the more fun that we have in that Discord. So if y'all aren't members and that's something that you might be interested in, you should be a member, man. Getting this Discord link is fun in there. So thank you to all the people that are. Thank you for all the people that are subscribed. If you're not subscribed and you're one of those people that continues to come back and watch these videos, I hope that this can be the one. I hope this can be the one where I can earn your subscription. And I think that's it for the intro, man. I think I'm just ready to kind of get into this and talk about the way that I received this song. This is a hard song. Without my story attached, it's hard to sit through. So buckle up. Buckle up, guys, all right? Now, before we play, I don't know if I should do trigger warnings or nothing like that. Look, if you know an addict, if you are an addict, if you have any kind of those heartfelt emotions when it comes to addiction, I'm pre-warning you now. This is deep, and it cuts deep, and I talk all the time about I like music that makes my heart, pulls on my heartstrings and makes my soul bleed. This does both. Heavy. So I just want y'all to be prepared for this if you haven't heard it yet. But if you haven't heard it yet, I'm also introducing you to something very, very special and introducing you artistically to just something beautiful. So y'all buckle in, hold on, let's get through this thing. And this is NF, How Could You Leave Us? I would tell you the backstory, but it's prevalent in the music. So let's go.
How could you leave so unexpected? We waited for you, but you just left us. We needed you, I needed you. Yo, I don't know what it's like to be addicted to pills, but I do know what it's like to be a witness that kills. Mama told me she loved me, I'm thinking this isn't real. I think of you when I get a whiff of that cigarette smell, yeah. Welcome to the bottom of hell. They say pain is a prison, let me out of my cell. You say you proud of me, but you don't know me that well. Sit in my room, tears running down my face, and I yell into my pillowcases. Say you coming to get us, then call a minute later just to tell us you're not. I'm humiliated. I'm in a room with a parent that I don't barely know. Some lady in the corner watching us while she's taking notes. I don't get it, mom. Don't you wanna watch your babies grow? I guess pills are more important. All you have to say is no, but you won't do it, will you? You gon' keep popping till them pills kill you. I know you're gone, but I can still feel you.
the first time that I heard this song, it cut me so hard, bro. My second child wasn't even alive yet. Ava, the one that was in that video I just did recently, wasn't even born yet. But this thing cut me so deep, bro, because I had only been clean for about 4 years at that point in time. And when I heard the song, the first song that I heard from him was called Real. And I was like, oh, that's cool. He's dope. And then this dude that I worked with at an old shop I used to work at, and that's all you do in shops, man. You listen to music, you talk about music. He played that, video and all, and I paused it right here where I paused it. I stopped it, and I was like, I don't want to hear this, dude. I was too new to being clean. Like 4 years seems like a long time, but it's not really. Like you're still very emotionally roller coastering. And I was like, dog, I was crying tears, like big tears coming out my eyes, bro. I was like, I can't deal with it. And the reason is because I felt like this was supposed to be my children talking to my daughter at that point in time. I felt like this was supposed to be her talking to me. You understand what I'm saying? I felt like I was the recipient of this letter. And it hurt me so bad, man. But it just kind of reestablished how blessed I was that I was able to make it to even to where I was like, maybe my daughter won't even know that side of me. You know what I mean? But she was supposed to. This is statistically what was supposed to happen. And just the fact that oh man, it hurt me so deep, bro. And I wanted to, I've never wanted to talk to another artist so bad in my life as I wanted to talk to NF, man. Not even like on a fan level, like, brother, your mama didn't mean to hurt you. You know, that wasn't the goal. It's not so simplistic, man. It's not so, all you had to say was no. No, dude, it's not that simplistic. And it's genuinely heart-wrenching already. But when you feel like you're the recipient to this letter, it breaks your heart in half. And it still breaks my heart every time I listen to this song. But it's so good. It's so good. It's so well written. And he's truly an amazing talent, man. And this is what you feel like when your parent has an addiction problem, you know?
Why would you leave us? Why would you leave us? How could you leave us? How could you leave us? Why would you leave us?
Let's go.
I got this picture in my room and it kills me, but I don't need a picture of my mom, I need the real thing. Now a relationship is something we won't ever have, but why do I feel like I lost something that I never had? You should have been there when I graduated, told me you love me and congratulations. Instead you left us at the window waiting. Where you at, mom? We're too young to understand. Where you at, huh? Yeah, I know them drugs that got you held captive. I can see it in your eyes, they got your mind captured. Some say it's fun to get the high, but I am not laughing. And what you don't realize and what you're not grasping, that I was nothing but a kid who couldn't understand it. I ain't gonna say that I forgive you cause it hasn't happened. I thought that maybe I'd feel better as time passes. If you really cared for me the way you acting. Why would you leave us? Why would you leave us? How could you leave us? How could you leave us? Why would you leave us?
I guess that's how it feels, though. It's like intentionally you feel like they left you, you know? You feel like it was intentionally driven, and it's not normally that way, I don't think. I hope. I don't know. I'm so thankful that I'm so thankful I'm not on drugs anymore. I'm so thankful that my kids ain't gonna have to go through that. But it's hard, man. That's hard. It's hard. Like, how do you you can't even respond. You can't talk back. You just were here one day and then you were gone. And to know that that's, you know, that's what you left them feeling like. That's real damn hard, bro. That's a real hard thought to think about, that could have been me. And like, not even to make it a selfish thing, like it's just, that's how the song hits me. And I'm just grateful that my kids don't gotta. It's emotional. It's emotional.
Our last conversation, you and I sat in the living room, talking about my music, and I brought you something to listen to. You started crying, telling me this isn't you. A couple weeks later, guess you were singing a different tune. You took them pills for the last time, didn't you? They took you from us once, I guess they came back to finish you. Crying my eyes out in the studio is difficult. Music is the only place that I can go to speak to you. It took everything inside of me not to scream at your funeral. Sitting in my chair, that person talking was pitiful. I wish you were here, mama, but every time I picture you, all I feel is pain. I hate the way I remember you. They found you on the floor, I could tell you felt hollow, gave every...
It's a lot, man. It's just a lot. And like, I'm gonna run it back a little bit because I want y'all to really process, like, think about that from that perspective. But I don't know if the intent of this song even went beyond, because he wasn't big at this point really at all. Like, at all. He was real underground at that point in time, like still labeled a Christian rapper. But I don't think that this song was meant to do anything other than for him to have a moment of vulnerability and talking with his mom. But intent or no intent, I can't imagine an addict parent out there that wouldn't hear this and feel like their heart was broken in half, whether you're clean or not clean. I want to run this back a little bit because it's just so vivid, man. He did such a good job with the imagery, even without the video.
Our last conversation, you and I sat in the living room, talking about my music, and I brought you something to listen to. You started crying, telling me this isn't you. A couple weeks later, guess you were singing a different tune. You took them pills for the last time, didn't you? They took you from us once, I guess they came back to finish you. Crying my eyes out in the studio is difficult. Music is the only place that I can go to speak to you. Took everything inside of me not to scream at your funeral. Sitting in my chair, that person talking was pitiful. I wish you were here, mama, but every time I picture you, all I feel is pain. I hate the way I remember you. They found you on the floor, I could tell you felt hollow. Gave everything you had, plus your life to them pill bottles. You gave everything you had, plus your life to them pill bottles. Don't know if you hear me or not, but if you're still watching, why? Why would you leave us? Why would you leave us?
It's oh man. I plead with you, mid-video, right here, right now, if you're on drugs right now and you have family, if you have kids, I plead with you. I plead with you from the depths of my heart and my soul. Please do your best to try to get clean. Please don't let your kids feel this way about you. It's not the way your kids are supposed to feel about you. The Bible tells us that we are to honor our fathers and mothers. And the reciprocation of that is that we get to live long, healthy lives. I mean, that is not always how it works out, but that's biblical. And it must be difficult if you're trying to fulfill that and you can't. And you can't.
How could you leave us here? How could you leave us? Why would you leave us?
Oh, the video's too vivid, bro.
Sometimes I think about things like
You don't know nobody realer than him either, bro. Like, you don't know nobody realer than him. They can just get on here, like get in the studio and just let it out, like he's in a therapy session. Ironically, that's the name of the album.
You know, when I have kids and like, you won't be there, you know. You won't be there for any of that. I'll never get to see you again. Sometimes I wish I would have just called you. I wish I would have just picked up the phone. I wish you were here. I mean, you should have been there for us. You should have been here. The pills got you right. And pills got you right. I wish you were here.
It took me a solid 4 or 5 years. I'm not kidding. I'm not exaggerating. It took me like 4 or 5 years to even be able to finish that song. And I felt it on my heart to bring it here. But it's real hard to listen to, and I'm clean. If you've lost somebody, listen to me. Please listen to me. If you've lost somebody to drug addiction, it doesn't mean that they didn't love you. It doesn't mean that they didn't love you. This is going to be hard for a lot of people to hear. They didn't make the decision and the choice to leave you like that. So, sometimes that is the case. They didn't purposefully leave you to fend for yourself. And listen, this song was created long before fentanyl took over in the way that fentanyl is taking over. I say that with all my heart because if I would have died, I didn't mean to hurt my child. I didn't mean to hurt my wife. I didn't mean to hurt it. I wouldn't have meant to hurt anybody. Was I so selfish that I couldn't even think about anybody else? Yes. Was I so centered on my next fix that I couldn't even process what love was? Yes. But deep down in there somewhere was still me. And they didn't mean to leave you feeling that way most of the time. And I don't know who needs to hear that, but somebody needed to hear it. And that song is very, very difficult to get through. Luckily, there's going to be a part 2 to this video on a song called Hey Mama, which ironically is probably just as emotional, but in a different way, in a better way. But if you have lost somebody to drug addiction and you feel like they selfishly chose a drug over a relationship with you, they did, but it wasn't in the way that you can process it. They didn't mean to. They didn't mean to choose that route. Nobody wakes up in the morning and says, hey, I'm going to take this. This is going to be my last day doing this. Everybody wakes up thinking, I know I need to handle this problem, but I'll just deal with it later. That's the whole premise. But that's the whole premise behind one step at a time, one day at a time, because you get so overwhelmed with the forward direction that you can't even get started. That's a tough song to get through, man. And that's it. I appreciate y'all for watching, man. Like and subscribe if you're new, and I will see y'all on the next one, all right? Peace.